Hi everyone. So for this video, we have our first writing related question. Now for the writing section of the digital SAT, there's not much we can tell about the question until we actually look at it. So let's see what we have here. All right, so once you move to the writing section of the exam, remember it's not really distinct from the reading section, but it does kind of come after the reading section. And you'll be pretty easy to tell when you've gotten there because all the questions are going to start to look like this. So which choice completes the text that it conforms to the conventions of standard English? So that's a pretty general question. It doesn't really tell us what we're looking for in this passage, so that's what we have to figure out for ourselves. So if we look at our answer choices here, what do they all have in common? So these are all pronouns here. And remember, pronouns, we're thinking about, the antecedent of these pronouns. We want to figure out, they're substituting some other noun in the sentence, they're replacing it. So we need to figure out what noun they're replacing in order to figure out if our pronoun needs to be singular or plural and what gender it should be. So now that we know that, we're thinking about what's going to agree, what word we're trying to replace. So now we can go through the passage and figure out and identify what that noun is going to be. So we have public awareness campaigns about the need to reduce single-use plastics can be successful, says researcher Kim Borg of Monash University in Australia, when these campaigns give consumers a choice. For example, Japan achieved a 40% reduction in plastic bag use after cashiers were instructed to ask customers whether blank wanted a bag. All right, so we know that the pronoun here has to do with who wanted a bag. So we have to go pretty close here. So the first part of the passage we can kind of ignore for right now. So we're thinking about the second half. So for example, Japan achieved a 40% reduction in plastic bag use after cashiers were instructed to ask customers whether blank wanted a bag. So the nouns that stand out here are Japan, cashiers, and customers. So those are our main nouns here. So we need to figure out which one is the one that wanted a bag. So it's not Japan that wants a bag. It's not going to be cashiers that want a bag either. It's going to be the customers, right? They're the ones who are shopping. They're thinking about plastic bags here. So customers shopping wanted a bag. All right, so then thinking about customers, we know that it's a plural noun. So it has the S on the end, so we know it's more than one. So we also are going to need a plural pronoun. And that's actually enough to answer the question here. So if we look at our choices here, we have they, one, you, and it. B, C, and D are all singular, so we can get rid of those three. And A, they, is the only answer left, and they works perfectly here because we're talking about customers, and they are the ones who wanted a bag. So A is the right choice.